Hello student, today's class of vitamins. Vitamins are organic substances that are required in small amounts in diet for optimum health and growth. They are usually not synthesized by humans and hence must be obtained through diet. Degradation of vitamin does not provide energy. That is non-calorigenic. Vitamins are non-calorigenic, but they take part in metabolic reactions that release energy from macronutrients. Now, classification of vitamins. Classified into two groups, fat solubles and water solubles. Fat soluble vitamin A, D, E and K, water soluble vitamin B complex and vitamin C. B complex B1 thiamine, B2 riboflavin, B3 niacin, B6 pyridoxine, B7 biotin, B5 pantothenic acid, B9 folic acid, B12 cyanocobalamin. Fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamins. What are differences between them? Fat soluble vitamins, they are lipid soluble. Water soluble vitamins, they are water soluble. Fat soluble vitamins are mostly isoprenoid compounds. Water soluble vitamins, heterogeneous compounds. Fat soluble vitamins not readily excreted in urine, hence excess intake of these vitamins leads to their accumulation and result in toxic effects. On other hand, water soluble vitamins excreted in urine, hence less likely to be toxic. Fat soluble vitamins stored in liver and adipose tissue. Water soluble vitamins not stored except vitamin B12. Fat soluble vitamins not act as coenzymes except vitamin K. Water soluble vitamins don't act directly but function through their respective coenzymes. Now, individual vitamins. And from this is vitamin D. Vitamin D, a fat soluble vitamin. Vitamin D is a modified steroid synthesized in skin under influence of sunlight. It plays essential role in regulation of calcium and phosphorus metabolism. Chemistry. The nutritionally important form of vitamin D in humans are ergocalciferol, that is vitamin D2, and cholecalciferol, that is vitamin D3. Vitamin D2 and D3 undergoes same metabolic changes in body and have identical biochemical functions. Ergocalciferol formed from ergosterol by sunlight and is present in plant. Cholecalciferol is found in animals. Cholecalciferol is found in animal tissue. Both these are considered to be provitamins from which active form of vitamin D is synthesized. Cholecalciferol is synthesized from 7-dehydrocholesterol in the skin on exposure to UV rays from sunlight. Activation of vitamin D in liver. Here is a diagram given, formation and activation of vitamin D. First is photolysis in skins from 7-dehydrocholesterol through sunlight, then in liver, then in kidney, ultimately synthesize active form, that is calcitriol. So what happened earlier? By action of sunlight, that is photolysis reaction, 7-dehydrocholesterol converted to cholecalciferol in skin by the action of UV rays from sunlight. Now activation of vitamin D in liver. A specific transport protein called vitamin D binding protein binds cholecalciferol and moves it from the skin or intestine to liver, where it gets hydroxylated at 25th position to form 25-hydroxycholecalciferol. Liver enzyme which catalyzes this reaction is 25-hydroxylase. This is a microsomal monooxygenase, that is cytochrome P450 oxygenase system of enzyme. This requires NADPH and molecular oxygen. (25-hydroxy D3) is major storage form of vitamin D. Half-life of 25-hydroxy D3 in circulation is 2 to 3 weeks. It is then transported to kidney by vitamin D binding protein, that is DBP, vitamin D binding protein. Now activation in kidney, activation of vitamin D in kidney. (25-hydroxy D3) is further hydroxylated at first position to form 1,25-dihydroxycholecalciferol. 1,25-dihydroxycholecalciferol, which is the most potent form of vitamin D. 1,25-dihydroxycholecalciferol contains 3 hydroxy group, that is at position 1, 3 and 25 carbon. Hence it is called calcitriol. The enzyme which catalyzes this reaction to form 1,25-dihydroxycholecalciferol is 1-alpha-hydroxylase, which mostly occurs in kidney, bone and placenta. It is a mitochondrial monooxygenase, that is cytochrome 4p50, and like liver enzyme, it also requires NADPH and molecular oxygen. Half-life of 1,25-dihydroxycholecalciferol is 4 to 6 hours. Argocalciferol obtained through diet also goes similar hydroxylation reaction as cholecalciferol to form 1,25-dihydroxycholecalciferol and becomes biologically active. Now, biochemical function of vitamin D. Vitamin D plays a role in homeostasis of calcium and phosphorus. Vitamin D plays a vital role in homeostasis of calcium and phosphorus. Means it maintains blood level of calcium and phosphorus. Its active form, that is calcitriol, regulates plasma level of calcium and phosphorus by acting on its target organ, that is intestine, bone and kidney. First, action of calcitriol on intestine. These are target organ: intestine, bone, kidney. In intestine, calcitriol promotes intestinal absorption of calcium and phosphorus. On reaching intestinal mucosal cells, calcitriol binds to a receptor inside the cell. Calcitriol receptor complex then enters into nucleus and interacts with DNA. It is given in this diagram. They result in expression of a specific gene leading to synthesis of calcium binding protein. That is here calcium binding protein. Cal binding, which promotes calcium uptake across the intestinal cell. That is against concentration gradient. Phosphate transport accompanies calcium transport through an independent mechanism. Now, action of calcitriol on bone. Calcitriol acts on bone through two ways. that is on bone cells, osteoblasts and osteoclasts. Bone contains two types of cell, osteoblasts and osteoclasts. Osteoblasts responsible for bone formation and osteoclasts responsible for bone resorptions. Calcitriol stimulates calcium uptake in osteoblasts, depositing it as calcium phosphate hydroxypeptide crystals. In this manner, vitamin D enhances bone mineralization. Further, calcitriol and parathyroid hormone acts synergistically to promote bone resorption, that is demineralization, by stimulating osteoclast activity. This process contributes to plasma calcium and phosphate level. Now, action of calcitriol on kidney. Calcitriol conserves calcium and phosphorus by minimizing their excretion through the kidney by stimulating their reabsorption in distal convoluted tubules. Calcitriol acts in cooperation with the parathyroid hormone in this regard. Action on parathyroid glands. Calcitriols act directly on parathyroid to inhibit the synthesis and secretion of parathyroid hormone. Now, daily requirement of vitamin D. Recommended daily dietary allowance of vitamin D is about 400 international units. In growing children during pregnancy and lactation, it should be 400 international units. In places of good sunlight, its daily requirement is only 200 international unit. Sources. Vitamin D can be derived from sunlight and food. Human body can manufacture vitamin D with the help of sunlight. It also occurs mainly in the foods of animal origin, oily fish, egg, yolk, liver, butter, cheese, fish liver oil. Fish liver oil, although not considered a food, are the richest source of vitamin D. Plant estrol provides a dietary source. Breast milk contains a small amount of vitamin D, and infants are at risk of developing vitamin D deficiency, particularly in premature infants, since vitamin D is transported across the placenta mainly in the last trimester of pregnancy. Now, deficiency manifestation. Deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets in children and osteomalacia in adults. Vitamin D deficiency is not very common since it can be synthesized in the body in adequate amount of by simple exposure to sunlight. Even simple exposure of 10 minutes of sunlight can synthesize vitamin D in adequate amount in our body. Women who cover their entire body, parda for ileus region are susceptible to vitamin D deficiency. So disease are rickets in children, osteomalacia are in adult. Rickets usually observed in young children between the age of 6 months and 2 years, characterized by bone formation with improper mineralization, resulting in soft, pliable bones, causing several bone deformities. That is diagram of ricketic children. Ricketic child. Weight-bearing bones are bent, causing bow legs. Weight-bearing bones causing bow legs. Knock knee and pigeon chest. Pigeon chest. Swelling of costochondral junction, rickets, rosary. In some cases, transverse depression orienting outwards from the costal cartilages to the axilla, that is Harrison's sulcus. Lumbar spine is bent inward, producing a skeletal curvature, lumbar lordosis. Lumbar lordosis and kyphoscoliosis in children. Softening and thinning of the skull, mostly occipital and parietal bones, that leads to craniotabs. It is the first sign of rickets in infant and children. Enlargement of epicysis of lower end of radius is common. Developmental milestones such as barking and teeth formation delayed. An elevated concentration of alkaline phosphatases is evident, that is biochemical marker. Now osteomalacia. Osteomalacia is a disorder in which the bone contains normal amount of bone matrix but is deficient in mineral content. Such under-mineralized bone is structurally weak and more susceptible to fracture. Proximal muscle weakness and hypotonia are common, and patient may walk with waddling gait and have knock knee. The major differences between osteomalacia and osteoporosis is that bone matrix remains intact in former but not in latter. There is loss of bone matrix in osteoporosis. Now renal rickets. In chronic renal failure, even if vitamin D is available, it cannot be converted to calcitriol. This condition is known as renal rickets. These cases are treated by administration of calcitriol, vitamin D, active form of vitamin D. Now, vitamin D resistant rickets. Vitamin D resistant rickets may occur due to defect in renal tubular resorption or defect at the receptor level. Now, vitamin D toxicity. Among vitamin D is the most toxic in case of overdose. Intake of 2000 per unit per day for prolonged period may cause toxicity. Increased calcium absorption and bone resorption causes hypercalcemia, which may result in deposition of calcium in soft tissues such as kidney and arteries. Excess intake of vitamin D can cause nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, excessive thirst, general weakness, and high blood pressure. High serum calcium may result in formation of kidney stone. Thus, this was all about vitamin D. Thank you.